For decades, we've basically been telling our computers exactly what to do, one click, one command at a time. But what if I told you that's all about to change? Like, fundamentally. We are moving from a world where we give our computers commands to one where we just give them goals. So, let's dive in and meet the tech that's making all this happen, AI agents. We've all had this dream, right? The dream of handing off some big, complicated task, like planning an entire trip, and just having your computer figure it all out. The flights, the hotels, checking your calendar. For years, this has been the ultimate fantasy of automation. So what if your AI could go beyond just answering your questions and actually do things for you? What if it could take that goal, plan my vacation, and turn it into a booked reality? Well, this is the core promise of AI agents, and believe me, it is moving from science fiction to reality way faster than you might think. So what's the big hurdle? Well, if you give a goal like, plan my summer vacation to a normal chatbot, you immediately run into this wall. The model just can't get to your personal calendar or see live flight prices. It's this incredibly powerful brain, but it's totally stuck inside a box. It's limited to just the data it was trained on. And this is where the big aha moment happens. The huge shift in thinking isn't about just making the AI's brain smarter while it's stuck in that box. It's about giving it the ability to actually act in the world. It's about giving it agency. So what is an AI agent exactly? Well, think of it as software that can see what's going on around it, make its own decisions, and then take actions to get a goal accomplished. The key difference here, the real game changer, is that it can act autonomously. It's not just a passive tool waiting for your next command. And honestly, this is the core insight. We're not just trying to build a more powerful brain anymore. We're building what's called a compound AI system. And all that really means is we're taking that powerful reasoning brain and we're giving it hands, tools it can actually use to interact with the world and get things done. Okay, here's a great way to think about it. Imagine the agent is a perfect butler, kind of like Alfred from Batman. Its brain is the large language model, the LLM. This is Alfred's intellect. It handles all the reasoning, the planning, the decision-making. It hears your request and figures out all the steps to make it happen. But Alfred isn't just a brain, right? He can actually do things, and that's where the tools come in. The tools are the agent's body. These are the capabilities it's been given access to. Things like searching the web, or looking through your files, or even running a piece of code. So the brain makes the plan, and the body, the tools, is what carries it out. So now that we have the two main parts, the brain and the body, how do they actually work together? Let's go inside the agent's mind for a second and see how it actually thinks, step by step. It all boils down to this really powerful cycle: perception, thinking, and action. First, it perceives your request and its environment. Then the LLM brain thinks. It breaks your goal down into a step-by-step plan. Next, it takes action, using its tools to execute that plan. And finally, it learns by looking at the outcome to see how it can do better next time. It's just this continuous loop of doing, observing, and adapting. And if you look under the hood, you see these key components all working together. You've got the foundation model, that's the brain. You've got memory systems that give it context, both for the task right now and for your preferences over the long haul. The tools are what connect it to the real world through things like APIs and search. And the planning system is like the conductor, breaking down those big goals and even letting the agent step back and reflect on its own progress. Okay, the architecture is seriously impressive, but what can these agents actually do today? And, what are the big hurdles we still have to clear? Let's take a look at both the promise and the peril. So, on the promise side, performance is getting better fast. Take this benchmark called Humanity's Last Exam, which throws some really tough frontier-level problems at these agents. A recent agent scored over 32%, setting a brand new state-of-the-art record. This shows these systems are getting way better at some incredibly complex reasoning. But here's the reality check. Despite that amazing performance, our trust in it is lagging way behind. A recent Capgemini report found that only 27% of organizations actually trust fully autonomous AI. That is a massive gap between what the technology is capable of and how comfortable we are letting it off the leash. So why is trust so low? Well, it comes down to some really tough challenges. First, there's the alignment problem, making sure the agent is working towards your actual goal, not just some weird interpretation of it. Then there's the black box problem. It can be really hard to understand why an agent made a particular decision. And of course, giving an AI access to your systems, that opens up a whole new world of security headaches. Now, even with all those challenges, you might be surprised to find out that these agents are already being woven into the products and services we use every single day. They are already among us. Take Mercedes-Benz, for example. They're integrating AI agents right into their cars. So instead of just understanding a simple command like turn up the heat, the goal is for the assistant to handle a whole conversation. Like, hey, I'm feeling a little cold and I've got a meeting in 30 minutes. Find me the fastest route and warm up the car. And in retail, Walmart is building AI shopping agents to be your own personal assistant. I mean, imagine an agent that doesn't just find you a product, but helps you plan an entire party from the theme to the groceries, and then helps you reorder all your favorite stuff later. And it's not just for us as consumers either. In the industrial world, a company like Siemens uses what it calls an orchestrator agent. Just think of it like an AI project manager that deploys a whole team of specialized little agents from its toolbox to go solve complex engineering problems. It's literally AI managing other AIs. So when you put all of this together, the architecture, the growing capabilities, and these real-world applications, it all points to a really profound shift in how we think about AI in our work and in our lives. I think this quote here from Neeraj Parihar at Capgemini just nails the future perfectly. The goal isn't replacement, it's collaboration. It's about building a kind of hybrid workforce where humans and AI agents work side by side, each playing to their own unique strengths. When it comes right down to it, we are witnessing the evolution of AI from just a responsive tool into a truly proactive partner. It's the big shift from simply executing our commands to true collaboration on our biggest goals. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. If your AI is no longer just a tool, but a genuine teammate, what kind of work will you do together? What kind of ambitious, creative, world-changing problems are you going to solve? That is the future that AI agents are just beginning to unlock for us right now.